Welcome to our annual open house. It's always nice at the end of the school year to come and see all of the things that your students have been doing throughout the year. But before we visit classrooms, I wanted to take this time to talk to you about a really, really big move that we are going to be delving into for the next school year. So, and I'm Claudia Velez. For those of you, I know that we have some incoming kindergarten parents here. So I'm the principal here. I've been here for 3 years. We are going to be moving. So the board approved about 3 weeks ago our school campus to move to a temporary site while our school is rebuilt. So we will most likely be there about 3 years. When we move this summer, they'll be doing a little bit of construction, but the major construction won't really start until the following year. They're in the process right now of working with architects and planning for, come on in. You're welcome to come in. So I'm gonna just tell you what we know about what's going to happen in the next couple of months, and give you an idea of then what's going to happen on the other end when school starts in August. And then at the end, you can have the opportunity to ask some questions. So we are going to be located at the temporary Portola Middle School campus. So when there's a middle school in El Cerrito called Korematsu, and they were located there many years ago. It was called Portola Middle School. And that original campus was torn down, and right below where the big building was, they put together a temporary campus with portables while they were having a new school rebuilt on Donnell Avenue in El Cerrito. So at the moment, it's a campus, and there are portables on the campus, and that's where we're going to be moving to. They are cleaning up the campus right now and getting it ready for us to move into. As early as June, things will start moving from here to there. So the address, just in case you're curious, is going to change, but as of right now, the address is 1021 Navalier Street, and that's in El Cerrito. And if you're familiar with the El Cerrito Community Center, it's right above the community center. It's been there for many years, and it's had that address since it was the original building. So what's happening right now is they are in the process of changing the address. Because if you go to Navalier Street, it's actually way above where the temporary campus is. So when you're on Navalier, you would either drive down Portola Road or Mosier Lane, and the school, you'll see the school right in the middle of those two streets. You're welcome to drive by if you'd like to see the campus. Like I said, they're in the process of cleaning it up and getting it ready for us. Nobody's actually allowed on campus because like I said, they're doing a lot of cleanup. They're going to start paving the grounds. They're cleaning out all the classrooms. And actually, no one will be able to be on the campus until the first day of school next year because there's a lot of work to be done. And we want to make sure that we're ready for kids on that first day. So teachers are going to be packing up classrooms starting on the 15th of May. So the 15th of May is the day that the school district is going to deliver hundreds and hundreds of boxes so that teachers will be able to pack up all of their belongings. We need help with that. So any parents who are willing to help with that process, because it's a big process. Every teacher has to pack up their whole classroom, put everything in boxes, label them, stack them, and then the movers are going to come in, pick them up, and bring them to the corresponding classrooms at the other site. They will have until June 16th to clean out their classrooms, and then after that, no one else is allowed on the campus. So at that point, the campus will be closed. The office will still be open, so until June 30th. So if you can still call the number here. You can still come to the office if you have any questions. We'll still be here till June 30th. So in August, when school starts, well, in the beginning of August, the office staff will actually come back here the first week in August. I believe August 3rd. Our school office here will open. And it'll be open for about a week or two, so that if we still have students that need to register, that will still happen here. And then right about a week before school starts, the office will also move up to the new campus. The big question is busing. So you will have the choice of driving your students to the temporary campus, or the district will be providing buses. So the way that will work is a bus or two will arrive here at the Wilson site in the morning. I don't know the timeline yet, and bus students to the temporary campus. Okay, it's probably about 8 minutes from here. It's not that far. And then at the end of the day, students that are taking the bus will get on the bus at the temporary campus, and the bus will drop them off back over here. So we don't know the logistics of all of that yet, but I can tell you that as the weeks lead up to the end of the school year, we will be sending out notices and letters and robocalls about what's happening as we know it. So, are there any questions at this point? Okay, so are we going to have the after-school program? Yes. So everybody and everything that is here right now is moving to that campus. So we'll have the BACR after-school program. And Y-Care we're in negotiations with right now because some students go to Y-Care. We do have space for them up there. So we'll be talking to them next week about if they're going to be coming with us. Right. So if your student is in the after-school program, you would pick them up at the temporary site. That's right. Yes.
So for kids that's special education, that takes the bus.
Right.
So how that bus?
Right. So special ed students will still be bused normally. They will be dropped off at the new school, at the new temporary site,
back home.
and go back home. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Other questions? I know that this can be confusing. Okay, the address again is 1021 Navalier Street in El Cerrito. The two cross streets are Portola Drive and Mosher Lane. It's right above the El Cerrito Community Center. And that address is in the process of changing. So they're going to change it to a Portola Drive address. What if the bus, that's a really good question, because we think that when we first start this, that will probably happen, because there's going to be, we're going to have to get used to buses being here, parents dropping off. So if the buses aren't there on time, that's okay. We'll take you anytime you get there, and we'll work it out as far as tardies and everything go. If the bus is late, we won't be marking your kids tardy because it's not their fault. The other thing is, we're still going to have the breakfast program, so we'll still be serving breakfast at 8 o'clock. It's quite possible that our schedule will shift a little bit. We might have to start school a little bit later. We don't know any of the logistical information yet, but like I said, as we figure out what's going on, we'll let you know. Yes? Okay, so what if you missed the bus? These are the kids asking the questions. Very good questions. So it's possible that there will be buses coming at 2 different times. If a parent drops off and they miss the bus and that's the end, then you would have to drive your kids to the campus yourself. I have a feeling that that's how it's going to work. Mm-hmm. Right. It's possible that we'll change the start time of kindergarten. We may have to have everyone starting at the same time. Yeah. Other questions? Feel free. Now's the perfect chance to ask questions. Yes? Yes, I will. I will definitely type something up and send it home in a newsletter. I have not found that out yet, but we will definitely do everything we can to see if we can separate them. Yeah. too long ago. The PTA did, and it was basically asking, how many of you think you're going to use the bus? How many of you think you're going to be driving your kids? We had about 250 responses. Well, was it 250?
At least.
Okay, it was about 250 responses, and it seemed to be half and half, that half would be driving and half would be taking the bus. So it's hard to know at this point, when the time comes, how many students will really be riding the bus. So we are going to have to figure out as we go in those first couple of weeks of school, how many buses we're going to need and the timelines for that. Other questions? Yes. Right. Okay, so the question is, what about classrooms? Is there the same number of classrooms? Is it the same size? Same teachers? Yes. Okay. All of the teachers are going with us, unless they're retiring. All of the staff is going, support staff. Basically, we're just taking this place, we're leaving it here, all of us are moving to a new site. Classrooms will be the same, the enrollment will be the same in classrooms. K3, 24 kids, up to 24 kids in a class, and 4 through 6 can have up to 33. So none of that will change. Was there another part to that question? Okay. Okay. Do you have a question? So if you miss the bus, what happens? So I'm not sure yet. If you miss the bus and another bus is coming, because we may have buses coming at 2 different times. So if you miss the first one, you might be able to get the second one. If you miss the second one, then you might have to find another way to get to school. All right? But we'll make sure that everybody has the times for pickup and drop off and everything like that. It will just be really important for parents to know, and definitely, at least for the first month or two, and maybe for the first year, we will have a staff person here on site to sort of facilitate the logistics of getting kids on buses and making sure that things are safe and running smoothly, and the same thing will happen in the afternoon. So there will be some supervision here. We may have to ask parents to volunteer for those types of things as well, if possible. Other questions? Yes. I'm sorry, I'm closer to you. I didn't hear you. Right. Okay, so the question is there a time frame for signing up to take the bus? My understanding is that any student that needs to take the bus will be able to take the bus. So you don't have to necessarily sign up to take it. So if they need to take the bus, then they should be here at the time the bus is here and get on the bus. Yeah. So the question is, will there be a parent on the bus to supervise? I'm not sure. I can't answer that question yet, but I will definitely find out before the end of the school year. Yeah. Are buses designated for grade levels? Usually it could be for any student, kindergarten through middle school. Yeah. Some buses, can hold 3 kids in seats. Some are only 2, and it depends on the size of the students. The older students are definitely 2. In a lot of the buses, 3 little kids can sit in 1 seat. Yes. What will the playground look like? Well, right now they're in the process of fixing all of that up for us. So we're going to have a really nice play structure, I think, and there'll be basketball courts, and we're still going to have Playworks coach, and so there'll be lots of games on the playground. All of those things will be the same. Okay? Yes. I'm going to be there. Yes. I'm going with you for sure. Yeah. Yes. There will still be junior coaches. We'll still have Playworks. Yes. Okay, so our lunch staff will be the same, yes. The cafeteria is smaller than this, so we are going to have to maybe have, instead of 3 lunches, 4 lunches, but we'll figure that out soon. Go ahead. You need a better soccer field. I'm not sure about the soccer situation yet. Go ahead. I don't know about the games. Some are the same, some different, possibly. Go ahead, Nathaniel. What is it about? Okay. Yes. Yes. Same principle. I'm still going to be there. Yes. Yes. So logistics as far as dropping kids off if you're driving. So like I said, so the school sits between 2 streets, Portola and Mosher Lane. Portola is a one-way street, and there are spots for you to drop kids off on that side. And then on the other side, Mosher, there is actually like an old bus drop-off that I don't think is being used, and if it is, we're going to try to get them to change their schedule. And you'll be able to drop kids off on that side as well. And there's plenty of parking on Portola Road. There's a lot of parking on that street as well. Yes.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh, we're all excited to have a new school. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes. So the restroom situation. So the great thing about this school is we are able to have all of the grade levels in the same space. So like all the kinders, all the first are all in the same space. Kindergarten, there aren't bathrooms in the classrooms, but it's going to be gated off. So there are going to be 3 kindergarten classes. There's going to be a gate around that area, and they will have their own restrooms. Okay, and then first, second, and third grade are predominantly in the same area, and they have their own restrooms. And then 4th, 5th, and 6th grade will also have their own restrooms. Was there another question on this side? Yeah. Yes, preschool is moving. As a matter of fact, the portable that preschool is in on this campus, the whole portable is moving. So that's one of the big things that's going to be happening right when school ends, is they're going to be getting ready to move that portable. Well, it will be very important for parents to stay with you. So if the bus isn't there and it doesn't come, then your parent should stay with you because they'll have to find another way to get you there. Okay? Or the staff person that's here. Okay? Okay, another question. No? Question? So, the question is, are the lower grades going to be in portables or a regular building? So there is no regular building up there. The whole campus is portables. Okay? It's a temporary campus, all portables. Same rules, yes. We might have to create some new ones because we're in a new place, but pretty much the same. They have air conditioning, yes, and we don't have that here. So yay, that's a plus. They do have air conditioning. So the question is on the timeline about how long will this take. So I believe that we'll be there at least 3 years because it's going to take at least 2 years for the school to be rebuilt. And next year they'll be working on plans and they'll be working on cleaning this place out to demolish it. There's heaters for sure. Yeah, heaters and air conditioners. That's right. There will be no other school here because this school is going to be torn down and a new school is going to be built here.
What are these? Bikinis. These
PTA president, and he's going to give you information about our website and Facebook page, because we'll be putting information on there as well. So that's another place that you can go and hopefully have some questions answered.
So, good evening. Yes, I am Christopher Larson. I'm the PTA president, and I also do the web presence for the school. So, one thing is that actually right now we are Facebook Living this presentation. So, if you weren't here at the very beginning, you'll be able to go to Facebook and find it as a recorded video and watch it at your leisure. I will also put the link from our website. And so the Wilson website is at www.wccusd.net/Wilson. I'm creating a portion of the website that will be for information about our moving and our reconstruction and everything else. And as I get information, I'll be posting it there. I try, if I can, to try to post it in both English and Spanish. And again, also posting on Facebook fairly regularly. We're on there, on Facebook, we are Wilson Elementary Richmond. There are links out on one of the boards out here that you can, if you have a smartphone, you can just scan and it'll take you right to the site. So I'm trying to get information. Most of this I think we just learned in the last 2-3 days. So I will be trying to get it up there, and if you have questions, you're welcome to Facebook. I have my email address out in places. You can send me an email. I can help try to get some information, or you can ask it on Facebook, and I'll try to answer things too. Okay? The page name is Wilson Elementary Richmond.
Okay, so you know that I'm always around campus. You can always ask me questions. You can call the office, and if I'm not in the office, I'll always call you back. I have an open door policy. If you walk into the office and I'm there, I will talk to you on the spot. So please feel free to ask any questions. This evening, I normally would stay here and talk to parents after this presentation and then walk around, but I'm going to be opening a classroom for a teacher that had an emergency. So you can come to room 2 and ask me questions. That's where I'll be. So anyone who is in Ms. Brunig's class, she couldn't be here tonight. I am going to be opening up her classroom. So you're still going to be able to go in there. Kids are still going to be able to show you what they've been doing. But anyone else who has any questions for me or who wants to talk to me about anything, I will be in room 2. Okay? So thank you so much for coming this evening.